Okay, this is going to be the phase where we're going to be doing the clean out. In other words, what we're going to be doing is cleaning out all the center of the letters and the center design of their logo. So we'll be using a 3/8 bit, 90-degree bit from makeawoodside.com, and this is their biggest bit that they make for clean out. And it's very efficient, and it'll work perfect for what we did with this sign. There's two ways that we can do this lettering. One is what I did, where you do the outline of the letter, or I could have just gone right straight to the point of using the 3/8 bit and started routing right off the bat with that. Hindsight's 20/20, but it's also an option. You know, I could have done it that way, but I prefer to do it this way first. So, okay, let me get geared up here and listen to my music, and you'll be able to listen to your music. Okay, here we go. Okay, what I just did off camera here, or if I have it on camera, I'll show it to you. I went ahead and I took a steel wire brush, and I wire brushed each letter and all the design here, just to go ahead and get all the little fuzzies off and get all the pine pitch that was stuck in there, and use the shop vac to clean it all out. And you see, it looks like it's going to turn out pretty good. Here in a little bit, we'll go ahead and we'll spray it, and that'll be done for the day on this video. And then we'll let it set overnight and let it dry out. But I think it's going to look out okay here. Hope you can hear it over me. What I'm going to be using now is a primer, matte primer spray. It's Rust-Oleum, not sponsored. So typically what we use, or we can use Marsh ink. Marsh ink is a chemical that they use for boxes in production facilities, where they'll spray on date codes and stuff like that. I've used Marsh ink very well. Sometimes I'll even use it as a airbrush format for doing smaller signs, and it really gets into the corners and cuts and really covers in really well. But today we're just going to use good old Rust-Oleum primer, and we're going to put it on, and we aren't going to put it on too heavy. We put sanding sealer on here, as you remember in the last video. That's supposed to prevent the paint from, or the primer from bleeding through into the fibers and showing out outside the letters of the sign. That's really not an issue with this one, because once we get done with it black on here, we're going to be painting the sign white on the outside completely. So it's not going to matter if it bleeds a little bit or not, but we still want to be on the safe side and ensure that it doesn't bleed. And the also other thing that'll cause it to bleed, even if you put sanding sealer on, is overspraying. You put too much on there, you can actually cause it to bleed through, and just about with any wood. And the second part is, with that, if you overspray it, you're going to have a hard time getting it sanded off, because you're going to gum up your sandpaper really quick, a lot faster. So with that said, let's try not to become members of the Oversprayers Anonymous Club, and see what we can do here. So let me get my face mask on. Helps if I hit the letter. Could have hit this at a couple different angles. What I did was certain areas on the outside of the letters, it's really deep and the paint won't get into it, so you have to shoot straight down into it. Hopefully I can do it without causing too much bleeding. We'll let that set overnight. I'm no hurry for it. Let it set overnight, dry good. And then tomorrow morning we'll go ahead and we'll sand it off. Talk to y'all later. Take care. Goodbye.